For today's topic, I'm going to start with the lowest standard of proof in the series on the 5 standards of proof most relevant to law enforcement. I'm Steve Serbalik, and I'm a panel attorney with ASCOPS in Arizona. As always, this is a topic summary and not legal advice, so if you have questions about your specific circumstance, make sure that you consult a lawyer. To briefly review, the 5 standards of proof most relevant to officers in order from the lowest standard to the highest standard are reasonable suspicion, probable cause, preponderance of the evidence, reasonable likelihood of conviction, and beyond a reasonable doubt. And today's topic, the easiest standard to meet, is reasonable suspicion. Having reasonable suspicion of a crime means having actual, real belief that a crime may have occurred and that a specific individual may have been involved in a crime. It can't be a simple hunch. Reasonable suspicion must be supported by some articulable facts, which means if questioned later or when you write a report, it's important to think about how you will describe the facts and circumstances that led you to believe that reasonable suspicion existed at the time that you made a stop or initiated a search. When deciding if reasonable suspicion exists, officers are allowed to consider the totality of the circumstances that exist, including but not limited to the suspect's behavior, the location where the contact occurred. For example, whether the contact happened in a high crime area is a relevant consideration for reasonable suspicion, and other relevant factors, like an individual meeting or potentially meeting a suspect description related to a call for service. Officers may stop someone for the purpose of an investigation of whether a crime occurred if they have reasonable suspicion that that specific individual was involved in a crime. And in traffic stops, if an officer witnesses a driver commit a traffic violation, that violation provides the officer with reasonable suspicion that's enough to stop the car and investigate further. If you have reasonable suspicion, this allows you to stop someone to briefly detain them to investigate further. But without more, it won't be enough to arrest or convict anyone. Next week, I'll cover probable cause, which is the standard used to determine if an officer has enough information to arrest a suspect. I'm Steve Serbalik. Thanks for watching, and stay safe out there. If you're interested in watching another relevant video, click up here. And if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, click down here, and then hit the notification bell to receive messages when new videos are posted. Videos are posted every Sunday at 5:30 p.m. Arizona time.